dear 8th standard children. I hope you all fine at home. I'm happy to welcome you to this video session of Biology Unit 7 Plant Kingdom. Let's go for the video session.
Hello children, now we are going to see plant kingdom. The living organisms found on earth are different in their structure, habit, habitat and mode of nutrition. The estimated number of species on the earth is 8.7 million. Among them, 6.5 million species are living in land, 2.2 million species in the ocean. In these, 4 lakh species are flowering plants. Plant kingdom includes thallophytes, bryophytes, peridiophytes, gymnosperms and angiosperms. Taxonomy. Taxonomy is a branch of biology that deals with the study of identification, classification, description and nomenclature of living organisms. The word taxonomy is derived from the two Greek words, that is, taxic is arrangement and nomos is law. The word taxonomy was first coined by Augustin Predominus de Gandoloi. Classification. Plants are arranged into different groups and categories on the basis of similarities and differences is called classification. There are 4 types of classifications are there: artificial system of classification, natural system of classification, and phylogenetic system of classification. The fourth one is modern system of classification. In this artificial system of classification, this is the earliest system of classification in plants. The plants are classified in the basis of few morphological character. Artificial system of classification is proposed by Corliss Linus. Natural selection of classification. In this system, plants are classified in the basis of several characters. Bentham and Hooker's classification is an example of natural system of classification. In this system of classification is based on the morphological and reproductive characters of seeded plants. This classification is widely used in many herbaria, that is, collection of pressed, dried plants pasted on the sheet and arranged according by one of the accepted system of classification and botanical garden all over the world. We are going to see the outline of Bentham and Hooker systems of classification. The division of spermato is divided into 3 classes. One is dicotyledon, second gymnospermy, third monocotyledon. We have 3 classes. The first one I told you, it's a dicotyledon. Seed has 2 cotyledons, is called as a dicotyledon. Leaves have the reticular venation. Taproot system is present. Flowers are tetramerous or pentamerous, that is the petals which have a 4 or 5. Class 2, Gymnosperm, neck seed plants. Plants of this class have no fruit. They have the 3 families, Cycadae, Coniferae and Genetaceae are the 3 families of Gymnosperm. Now we are going to see class 3, monocotyledon. Seed has which have the single cotyledon is called as a monocotyledon. The leaves are parallel venation. Fibrous root system is present. Flowers are trimerous. Now we are going to see the algae. There are the more species. Now we are going to see algae, fungi, bryophytes, peridophytes, angiosperms and gymnosperms like that. Okay. The naming of the organism with the two words is known as the binomial nomenclature. For example, mango we have, okay. Mangifera indica. Here first word is Mangifera refers the genus name and the second word indica represents the species name. So now we are going to see about the algae species. Algae is a chlorophyll bearing a simple and primitive plant and it is a autotrophics in nature. Algae belongs to Thallophyta and the plant body of algae is called as a thallus. Most of the algae is living in the aquatic region. It may be a fresh or a marine water. Very few algae are surveyed in a terrestrial condition. Algae are very minute, float on the surface of the water. Some algae are symbiontics, living with fungi, and they are both mutually benefited. Plant body of algae is unicellular or multicellular. Unicellular motile, non-motile. Multicellular unbranched filament and branched filament. Some algae are giant, some algae are living as a conical form. Algae like a chara resembles the largest plant body. It possesses with developed sex organs. Reproduction of algae. Three types of reproduction are seen. One is vegetative reproduction, asexual reproduction, and sexual reproduction. Vegetative reproduction is by fragmentation. It will cut into a fragments, small parts. Example, spirograph. Asexual reproduction by spore formation. Example, Chlamydomonas. Sexual reproduction by the means of fusion of gametes. Example, Spirograph or Chara. Now we are going to see the classification of algae based on the pigments, that is color. First one is blue-green algae and second one is green algae. Third one is brown algae and fourth one is red algae. I gave you the pictures of each and every one. First one is blue-green algae. Cyanophaceae is a first is a blue-green algae. Its example is Oscillotria. And green algae, that is Chlamydomonas. Brown algae, Lamprina, and red algae is a Polysphonia. These are the examples and types of pigments and reserve food materials also there. The next one is economic importance of algae. Food, agriculture, agar-agar, iodine, algae in a space travel, and SCP, that is single cell protein. Okay, the first one is food. Algae are consumed as a food by the people in Japan, England, and also in India. Some algae is used as a food for domestic animals. In agriculture, some blue-green algae is essential for fixing the atmospheric nitrogen into the soil. Because of the fertility of the soil, the blue-green algae is used. Agar-agar. Agar-agar is extracted from red algae, okay, which is used to prepare a growth medium in laboratories. Iodine is obtained from the brown algae like kelp, and it is also used in a space travel to get rid of carbon dioxide, decomposes the human waste. That's why in the space travel also these algae are used. And SCP, single cell protein. Some of the single cell algae and the blue-green algae are used to produce protein. Fungi. It's a singular fungus, belongs to Thallophyta because the plant body is not differentiated into root, stem and leaves. It is a unicellular or multicellular. Unicellular is yeast and multicellular is Rhophosis, Agaricus, etc. and green organism which lacks chlorophyll. Plant body of fungus consists of the filament-like structure is called hypa, that is a thread-like body structure. The several hypas arranged in the form of network is called mycelium. There are two types of mycelium is found in fungi, namely septa mycelium and asepta mycelium. And if cross wall is seen between the cell, it is called as a septate mycelium. If the cross wall is not seen, it is called as a septate mycelium. When aseptate mycelium consists of many nuclei is called as a conicocytic mycelium. The cells of fungi are multicellular and eukaryotic organisms. Some species of fungi like yeast, I already told, are unicellular. Cells walls of fungi is made up of chemical substances. The cell wall is made up of chemical substances. That chemical substances is called as a chitin. Reserve food material of fungi are glycogen and oil. They have no starch in it because there is no chlorophyll pigment. Without chlorophyll pigment, starch not able to generate. So there are heterotrophics. Heterotrophs are called as parasite and saprophytes and symbionts. Parasites. Parasites absorb food from living organism with help of special roots or called as a hostria. It affects the groundnut plants and causes a disease is called as a ticca. And saprophytes. Saprophytes grow upon the dead and decay matter and get food from them. Example, rhizophus. And symbionts. Some species of fungi living with algae and mutually beneficiated. Example, lichen. Some fungi is symbiotically higher plant roots called as a mycorrhiza. The classification of fungi is a W. Martin in 1961. He had the four classes: class 1, class 2, class 3 and class 4. Economic importance of fungi: antibiotic, food, vitamins, alcohol. Now we are going to see antibiotic, penicillin. It is a antibiotic found from fungi. It's cured most viral variable diseases. And some of the examples are spectromycin, neomycin, and kanamycin, gentamicin, and erythromycin. The chemical substance extracted from living organism to kill the other living organism. So it is used as an antibiotic which boosts up ourselves into the body to kill the virus which affects ourselves. Okay. Food. Mushroom. It's a great example of fungi. Contains which are very rich protein and minerals. Most common edible mushroom is agaricus, that is button mushroom we are used to eat nowadays, isn't it? So it is a very good in minerals and very rich in proteins. The total number of edible mushroom is 2000, which contains proteins and minerals. And fungus like Ashobagosia and Erythromycin ashiba is used to produce a B12. Alcohol, that is fungus like yeast, contain enzymes, invertebrate enzymes, which ferment the sugar molasses into alcohol. Fungi is placed in the third kingdom in R.H. Victor's five kingdom of classification because it is the absence of chlorophyll as well as starch. Next, we are going to see the harmful effects of fungi. Destruction of food, lumber, paper, cloth, and which also affects the plants, animals, and human diseases including allergies. Toxics produced by the poisonous mushrooms within the food, example grain, cheese, etc. And some of the disease I'm going to explain in fungi in plants. Wilt disease of cotton, ticca disease of groundnut, red rot of sugarcane, blast disease of paddy, white rust of radish. And some of the disease in human is ringworm, that circular rashes on the skin, ringworm. And dandruff, which has in your hair, isn't it? That is dandruff. And anthelids fruits, that is inside the finger of your leg, you'll have small small scratches in it. This is due to the fungi. Bryophyta have stem and leaf like structure. It doesn't have a no vascular tissues to carry water and other substances. Example I gave, moss. Salient features of bryophytes or general characteristics of bryophytes. It is a primitive and simplest group of plant cells. Habitats is covered in trees and rocks of hilly areas. Structure: no root, stem and leaf, but has a root-like, stem-like and leaf-like structure. Plant body is a gametophyte. Gametophyte plant can be neither a thalloid or leafy. Life cycle: alternation of generation. Gametophytic is a dominant and saprophytic generation is small, so it depends on the gametophytic generation. Reproduction: reproduction only in water by asexual and sexual method. So asexual methods which have a gamma and fragmentation, sexual method is a gamete formation. Sexual method, that is which have a male and female sex organ. The male sex organ is antheridium, which produce the anthrazoids. The female sex organ is archegonium, which contains egg. Anthrazoid swims and reaches the archegonium, fertilizes the eggs and form zygote. Zygote is the first cell which develops into a sporophytic generation and produce haploid spore by meiosis method. Spore is the first cell of gametophytic generation. I already told you bryophyte is the non-vascular cryptograms. So it doesn't have any vascular tissues like a phylum and folium. And this is essential in water habitat which is live in water, I told you. So these plants are also called as amphibians of plant kingdom. Classification of bryophytes. There are three classes: class 1, class 2 and class 3. The first one is Hepatica, that is a liverwurst, and second one is Anthro and hornworts, and third one is Mosasus. These are the three classes. Now the first one, class 1. Example, Riccia. These are the lower forms of bryophytes. They are simple in structure than mosses, that is the undifferentiated thalamus. And protonemal stage is absent. Sporophytic is simple and short-lived. Example I gave you, Riccia. Class 2, Anthoristia. Example is Anthorhizosis. Gametophyte is undifferentiated thallus. Rhizoids are unicellular and unbranched. Protonomal stage is absent here also. So saprophyte is differentiated into foot and capsule only. Class 3, Messi. Example I gave you, Protonema. These are the higher forms in which a gametophyte is differentiated into stem. So it's an advanced type and differentiated in body And here also a protonema is present. Before two, for class 1 and class 2, the protos is absent. Here the protonemal is present. Sporophyte is differentiated into foot, seta and capsule. Next, we are going to see the economic importance of bryophytes, that is, uses of bryophytes. Bryophytes prevents the soil erosion and it is used in a fuel as a dried sagnum. It's absorbed the large amount of water. So it is used in a gardener's in nursery. And it is also used in the medicine, antiseptic of a bandage or something like that. And in horticulture, it is used to seed bed in greenhouses. So PET is available fuel like coal, obtained from sphagnum. Next is peridiophyte. Have stem, root, leaf. It also having a xylem and phloem tissues but reproduce through pores, not in seeds. The example is fern. General characters of peridiophytes, that is the salient features. Peridiophytes are first true land plants with a xylem and phloem. So it is a vascular cryptograms. So it is also otherwise is called as a vascular cryptograms. Its origin lives since in Jurassic period. And the plant body is a sporophyte. The main plant body of a sporophyte, which is dominant phase, differentiated into true root, stem and leaves. Sporophytes reproduce by the means of spores. Spores are produced in sporangamium. Most of the plants produce only one type of spore. It may be a neither microscopic or megaspore. In some plants, two types of spores are produced. They are microscopic or megaspore. Spores give rise to gametophytic generation called prothallus, which is short-lived and independent. Gametophyte produce a multicellular sex organ. The leaves most beautiful and called as a fronds with spores called sporophyll. And dimorphic leaves. Two types of leaves are there. And anthroised fertilizes with egg and form a diploid zygote. It develops into embryo which grow differentiated into sporophyte. Reproduction by homosporous or heterosporous spores. Life cycle. Alternation of generation, that is sporophyte alternate with gamophytes. And these are the general characters of peridiophyte. Next, classification of peridiophytes. They have the four classes: class 1, class 2, class 3 and class 4. Class 1, Pislophysida. Class 2 is Lycophysida. Class 3 is Spenospida. Class 4 is Plastropeda. Here I gave you the pictures and examples of each one also. I gave you, this is a classification of peridiophytes. So far we seen about the bryophytes and peridiophytes. There are some of the difference between are there in a peridiophyte and bryophytes. Plant body contain differentiated into roots, stem and leaf. This is bryophyte. I am going to say one point in bryophytes and then we will go to the peridiophyte. Bryophytes are amphibians. So it can live in both land and water. Vascular tissues are absent. So here no xylem and phloem. Dominant phase of the plant body is gametophyte. Saprophytic generation depends on the gametophytic generation. So already I gave Rika as an example. Now periodiophytes. Plant body can be differentiated into root, stem and leaf. Periodiophytes are land plants. Vascular tissues are present. So xylem and phloem are present. The dominant phase of the plant body is a saprophyte. Gametophytic generation does not depend upon the sporophytic generation. And these are the difference between of the bryophytes as well as periodiophytes. The next one is gymnosperm. Gymnosperms, some of the characteristics I gave here, they do not produce flower. Seeds are formed inside the fruit. They are found in the colder region where snowfalls occurs. And they develop needle-like leaf. So it will like needle. And they are a perennial or woody forming trees or bushes. They are not differentiated into ovary, style and stigma. So gymnosperms are can able to see with the nact seed plant. An ovule is not enclosed by ovary. They have the two phases in life, sporophytic and gametophytic. So plant body is a sporophytic dominant which differentiated into root, stem as well as leaf. They have well developed vascular tissue, xylem and phloem. So water conducting tissue is a tracheoid. Food conducting tissue is a sieve cell. So they have a cone on a sporangia and spores are produced. Now we are going to see some of the uses of, that is economical importance of gymnosperms. Pine, kender, fir, and these are the wood of many conifers are used in paper industries. Conifers are a source of soft wood for construction, packing, plywood industries. And turpentine is an essential oil used for paint. Preparation extracted from resin of pinus. It also used medically to get relief from pain and bronchitis, etc. So some of the cute disease I gave you here: asthma, manufacture of paper plums, paper, ornamental purposes also it is used. So it is also called as a ornamental plant. It's also cure the asthma and respiratory problems. Classification of gymnosperm. You have a 4 classification here. The first classification is cycadales, example cycas. And second one is zingoles, that is zingo biblia. And third one is coniferalis pinus. And fourth one is genitals, that is genitums. So first we are going to see cycadales, a palm-like small plant, erect and unbranched. So leaves are pennantly compound forming like a crown. You can see the palm tree and all, it is like a crown, isn't it? So like a way that is also there. And taproot system and colloidal root system is takes place. In second one, zingolis. It's a only living species in this group. It is a large tree with a fan-shaped leaves. The leaves are like fan-shaped. They produce an unpleasant smell. The third one is a coniferalis, evergreen trees, cone-like appearances. Needle-like leaves or scale leaves. It like a needle or scale. Seeds are winged and produced in female cones. The fourth one is a genitals, small group of plants. It possesses advanced characters like angiosperms. Ovules are naked but developed into flower like shoot. So these are the 4 classification of gymnosperms. Angiosperms. It's a flowering plant with the leaves which has a 260,000 living species. Uses: food, clothing, fiber, medicine, and timber. Habit and habitat, that is, habits are herbs, shrubs, lianes, or cane trees. Transportation through vascular bundles. Secondary growth, presence of bark. Ovules enclosed with the carpels of ovary. Post fertilization changes, ovaries is modified into fruit. Ovule becomes seeds and seeds have a cotyledons. Classification of angiosperms. Angiosperms are divided into two classes. One is dicotyledoned and monocotyledoned. So I gave you the examples on the trees of dicotyledoned and monocotyledoned. Now we are going to see the characteristic features of monocotyledon. Monocotyledon is a seeds with a single cotyledon. The plants have a fibrous root system, leaves with the parallel venation. Flowers are trimerous and not differentiated into calyx and corolla. Number of floral parts is 3, that is sets of 3. Example: grass, paddy, banana, maize, wheat. Dicotyledon. So seeds have 2 cotyledons. The plants which have the taproot systems, leaves are the reticular venation. Flowers are tetramenorous or pentamenorous, that is which have petals 5 or 4. Calyx and corolla are well differentiated. Number of floral parts, that is 4 that's why I told you 4 means tetramenorous, 5 means pentamenorous. So 4 to 5 sets of flower petals. Pollination occurs mostly by insects. Example: bean, mango, neem, pea. Now we are going to see some of the uses of medicinal plant. There are 5 plants: Cupameni, Vilvum, Thuduvalai, Kiranelli. The last one is aloe vera. The first one is Cupameni, that is a Acacia indica. It belongs to the family of Euphorbicia. The paste obtained from the leaves of this plant used to cure the burns of skin. Juice of this plant leaves is mixed with lemon juice to cure the ringworms. Next medicinal plant is Vilvum. It belongs to the family of Rutaca. The unripe fruit of this tree used to treat indigestion, and it is used to cure chronic diarrhea and dysentery. The next one is Thuduvalai. Solanum triobatum. It's a name, botanical name. It belongs to the family of Solancae. The leaves and the fruits of this plant cure for cold and cough. It is also widely used in the tuberculosis and bronchial asthma. So asthma patient can use this Thuduvalai. The next one is Kiranelli. Philthymus amarus. It's a botanical name. It belongs to the family of Euphorbia. The entire plant, that is, it's used for treatment of jaundice and additional strength to the human liver, and it's also treat in the liver disorder. That's why it is used to cure the jaundice disease. Aloe vera, Sotracatrare, that is belongs to the family of Liclia, and leaves of the plant is cured in piles and inflammation on the skin. So everybody was used to have the aloe vera in your home, and you can take that pigment and use in your face to glow your face, isn't it? And it is also very useful for your skin. And some of the areas you can have aloe vera juices to cool down your body, and is used to cure the peptic ulcer. So this is the uses of aloe vera.